हरि ओम। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णुवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गाय नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादः शंकरं लोकशंकरम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शंकरं परमानन्दं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं यतीश्वरं भाष्यभ्रान्तिहरं वन्दे शुद्धज्ञानैकबोधकम्। ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। We'll begin with the Shanti mantra. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyam Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraah Stirairangaiः Stuštuvagam Sastanobhih Veshema Devahitam Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishvavedaah स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। We shall chant the first mantra. Om iti tadaksharamidam sarvam tasyopavyakkhyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyaditi sarvam omkara eva यच्चान्यत्रिकालातीतं Tadapyomkara eva. So the first prakarana of Mandukya Upanishad in the Karika, which is called Agama Prakarana, begins with this beautiful mantra conveying the essence of Om. So Om, this word which contains 3 letters, this Om word, Om sound, itself is all this. Om iti etat aksharam idam sarvam. Tasya upavyakyanam, and the detailed explanation of that Om is Bhutam bhavat bhavishyaditi sarvam omkara eva. All that which was in the past, all that is present now, and all that which will be in future, everything is Om. Om is the name of everything. The entire cosmos is named as Om. Not only what is present now, but if we go into the past, the whole cosmos was unmanifest. So that unmanifest is also Om. And in future again the whole cosmos, the whole universe will become unmanifest. That is also Om. And that which is beyond time, beyond the concept of past, present and future, that is also Om. So Om is the name. And all this is the Rupa. And that which is beyond this Nam and Rupa is that supreme reality. So Shankaracharya ji, before taking up the second mantra, he gives a small introduction. He says कि अभिधान अभिधेययोः एकत्वे अपि अभिधान प्राधान्येन निर्देशः कृतः. He says though the name and the form are one only, they are not two, they are one. But here in the first mantra, taking the name, focusing on name, that supreme reality is pointed out. And now taking the form, that same reality will be pointed out. See, this we have to understand. So that supreme reality alone expresses as all forms and all names, and the sar of all names is Om. Then the sar of all these forms is indicated as Sarvam, as everything. So what is this everything? What is that form? That will be presented in the second mantra. अभिधान प्राधान्येन निर्दिष्टस्य पुनः अभिधेय प्राधान्येन निर्देशः अभिधान अभिधेययोः एकत्व प्रतिपत्त्यर्थः. To show the oneness of abhidhana means name and abhideya means form. To show the oneness of the name and form, what was presented in the first verse, first mantra as Om, with respect to the name, will be presented in the second mantra with respect to form, so that we understand that they are one. So itaratha hi abhidhana tantraabhideya pratipattihi इत्यभिधेयस्य अभिधानत्वं गौणम् इति आशंका स्यात्. Otherwise one may think, oh, name is important, form is not so important. Name alone is everything. But to show that no, form is also important and both of them are same. That which is the name alone appears as the form. And that which is the form alone is the name. And when we understand this oneness of name and form, then what will happen? Shankaracharya writes, कि एकत्व प्रतिपत्तेश्च प्रयोजनम अभिधान अभिधेययोः एकेनैव प्रयत्नेन युगपत् प्रविलापयन् तद् विलक्षणं ब्रह्म प्रतिपद्येते इति. That when we understand the name and form are one, then with one effort itself, both the name and form can be dissolved into that supreme reality, into that supreme Brahma, and that Brahma can be recognized. In order to recognize that Brahma with one step, first we have to understand the name and form are one, and then they have to be merged into that supreme reality, which will be then one will be able to recognize. तथा च वक्ष्यति पादा मात्रा मात्रश्च पादा iti, and it will be further in the 8th mantra onwards. Again, the Upanishad will take up the topic of Om and will explain how each and every letter of Om is connected to the form. See, for this I will give you an example so that it becomes more clear. Everything should become clear. ऐसे नहीं कि आगे what you call आगे पाठ and पीछे सपाट. That we keep learning and keep forgetting what we have learned. We should remember. So the name and form are one, that we will try to understand. See, in science, there is a very famous equation. It's very, very, very beautiful equation and very famous. Even those who don't know anything about science, they might know that equation, which was revealed by Albert Einstein, a great scientist. And that equation is E is equal to mc square, where E means energy. Capital E is energy. Then small m is mass. And c square, c is the speed of light squared. So mass multiplied by speed of light squared. I just imagine the amount of energy. Even a tiny little object has got tremendous energy because that speed of light is too much. If the light originates on Earth, it will take just a second to reach the moon. The light which originates in the sun, it takes 8 minutes to reach the Earth. The sun is very, 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 very far away. But this, within 8 minutes, the light comes here. So the speed of light is tremendous. And if you multiply that speed, multiply the speed with itself, that number will be much more. The speed of light squared. And if that is multiplied with the mass of any object, that will be a huge number. And that much is the energy in that mass. Like this tiny little nail, it has got its own mass. So how much energy is packed in this nail? It is the mass of this nail multiplied by c square, speed of light squared. Tremendous energy. If we break the nail, disintegrate the nail, all this energy will come out. Though the nail is very stable, there are some elements which are unstable, like uranium, plutonium, and all, from which it becomes easier to release that energy. And that is how the mighty bombs and all are made. Atom bombs and nuclear bombs and all. From a tiny little mass of matter, tremendous energy is brought out. What is the moral of the story? Why I am telling you all this? That energy and this mass, that mass is nothing but concentrated, solidified energy only. The mass is nothing but solidified energy. So that mass is also energy only, but it is solidified. When that is broken up, then the energy gets released. Similarly, any object of this world is solidified name, solidified sound. The entire universe is solidified sound. Om. So that sound itself has become the universe. See, like this, I have a tiny little camphor which we burn during puja and all, during arti. So camphor is there. It has got a nice fragrance. I had bought some camphors and I had kept them they were packed in some and paper and all, but had not used them for a long time. So when I opened it, lot of these camphors had disappeared. So what happened? When you just leave the camphor alone, it will just evaporate, it will just disappear in thin air. It will all get turned into air. It will all get turned into gaseous fragrance. So what is this camphor? It is nothing but solidified fragrance. So the fragrance itself solidifies to become camphor, and camphor itself just evaporates to become, just dissolves, I don't know which term, sublimates or whatever, to become the fragrance. So the fragrance is like sound or name, and the camphor is like form. So this form and name, they go together. And this we will understand when we have studied the Shastras like Chandogya Upanishad and all. So from that supreme Brahma spontaneously was born Hiranyagarbha. And from Hiranyagarbha was born Vaishvamara, who is the entire world. So how Hiranyagarbha could give birth to Vaishvamara? He brought to his mind the previous creation, the forms and the names of the previous creation came to his mind. They were together in his mind. And what was there in his mind, through sound, he manifested the whole thing. Om, he uttered Om, Atha. So name and form, they are one only, essentially. Therefore, from the name only the form has emerged. But whose form is all this? Whose form are all this? And whose name are all this? They are of that supreme reality, the Turiya Brahma. So first, the Upanishad reveals the name as Om. And in the second mantra, it reveals that object which is represented by this Om. And what is that? Brahma. Means all the objects, means the entire creation which is named as Om is what? Is Brahma. So that is being revealed now. So let us chant the second mantra and understand what it means. Sarvam hyetat brahma Ayamatma Brahma Soyamatma Chatushpat. Again. Sarvam Yetat Brahma Ayamatma Brahma Soyamatma Chatushpat. That which was indicated in the first mantra, that all this is Om, all this is Om, that alone is presented now. That what is this? Om is the name, but name of what? Whose name? Whose name is this? Om. It is the name of Brahma. So Brahma alone is the world. The world is Brahma. सर्वम ही एतत् ब्रह्म. सब कुछ ब्रह्म है. Everything is Brahma. So सर्वम ही एतत् ब्रह्म. सर्वम ही एतत् ब्रह्म. सर्वम यद उक्तम ओंकार मात्रम इति तद एतत् ब्रह्म. So what was indicated as Om is Brahma. Just like sometimes we just reveal the name of a person. We go and tell the boss that, oh, this person has come to meet you. Which person? So we tell the name. Then he says, okay, I would meet that person. So that person comes in and he meets that person whose name he had heard first. Similarly, Om is the name. Kiska naam? Brahma ka. So here the Upanishad says, all this is Brahma. So the focus is on the form. All this form which we see as the world. And remember, when we say world, when we say everything, we have to remember what was said in the previous mantra. Because whatever was said about the Om in the previous mantra is applicable to Brahman. So all the objects or the world which was in the past is Brahman. The world which will be in future is Brahman. And that which is beyond past, present and future is also Brahman. And in the present, actually, the world is also experienced at various levels. Though we are experiencing this world, we experience the world at various levels. We experience the world in the waking state. Through our senses, we experience the world, the gross physical world. But when we go to sleep and when we dream, in our dream also we experience the world. In our dream also we experience the world. But that world of our dream is not made up of solid matter. Though it appears like Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi, it appears like the waking world, but it is not made up of solid material. It is made up of subtle material, sukshma, the same material which goes to make our mind. So it is the mind only appears like the world of our dream. Two people sleeping together, they might have two different dreams. I mean, they will have two different dreams. So the world of one person doesn't interfere with the world of the other person, the dream worlds. So he experienced, I experience my dream world, the other person experiences his dream world. So that dream world is made up of subtler material. That is also world. That is also Brahma. And then we go into deep sleep. Everything becomes as though unmanifest there. We don't experience the world, neither gross nor subtle. So what is there in deep sleep? In deep sleep also the Brahma is there. So when it is said everything is Brahma, everything that is present in the waking, dream, deep sleep, and all that was in the past, which is there in the present, and which will be in future, everything is Brahma. This word everything, sarvam, is a very sublime word. Sab kuch. In sarvam, everything is included, nothing is excluded. So this here two statements are given. One is everything is Om, that was said in the first mantra. And here in the second mantra, everything is Brahma. They are same. Everything is Om, everything is Brahma. But Om is the name and Brahma is the form. But they are same. That which was indicated by the name Om itself is Brahma. Now comes the most important statement, which is called Mahavakya, the great statement. And what is it? I am Atma, Brahma. I am Atma means this Atma, I am means this. So pointing out to the body, because it is experienced within this body. So I am Atma. This Atma is Brahma. In these three statements, the entire teachings of all the Upanishads are conveyed. Everything is Om, everything is Brahma, and this Atma is Brahma. It is said in the Upanishads, in the Taittiriya Upanishad we have seen, It is said that we have to know Brahma. Om Brahmavida apnoti param tadeshabhyukta satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman so oshnute sarvan kamaan sah. Like that, the Brahmananda Valli begins. So it says that, the one who knows Brahma attains the Supreme. One who knows Brahma attains Brahma, which is Supreme. And what is this Brahma? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. The nature of Brahma is revealed as Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Satyam is eternally existing, pure existence itself. Jnanam, pure absolute knowledge. Anantam, infinite. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. We have to know. How can we know? Just by saying that, you have to know Brahma, how can we know? How can we know that Brahma which is infinite? How can we know? And who is the knower who knows that Brahma? So let us talk about ourselves. Let us keep Brahma aside for some time. Let us talk about ourselves. What do we know about ourselves? What do we know about ourselves? The only thing which we know about ourselves, free of all doubts, is that I exist. In such a great, mysterious experience we have of our own existence. Right from my childhood also I used to wonder, what is the meaning of this, that I exist? Such a great mystery, a great wonder. That sense of I am, I exist. Body changes, the world changes, everything changes. But the experience I am existing, I exist, has remained same. The experience was there in my childhood. Experience remained as I grew up. That experience remains even in all the three states. Because even after waking up from deep sleep, I say I slept, I was asleep. Means I was there, but asleep. So there was never a time when I was absent. I don't experience my own absence. I exist. So the only experience I have, which is quite okay, reliable, is the experience of my own existence. All other knowledge and all other experiences are doubtful only. We don't know. All the knowledge which we have about the world and about objects and about people and about other things, there is no guarantee that they are proper knowledge. But I don't have doubt that I exist. I have that immediate experience of my own existence. I have immediate experience of my own existence. What does it mean? Without the need for any praman, I just know. Means Without any means, I know my own existence. See, in order to even say that something exists, like to say that this camphor exists, I have to experience it with my senses and all. When I experience, I say, yeah, it is existing. But in order to say that I exist, I don't have to see anything. I don't have to smell myself. I don't have to hear myself. I don't have to taste myself. I don't have to touch myself. In fact, I cannot. What I see, hear, taste, touch is just the outer body. It is not me. So without even having any taste, any any what you call touch, I know that I exist. Hmm? So that experience of my own self is the aparoksha anubhuti. But it has got one problem. And what is the problem? Problem is I know I exist, but very strange, it's most mysterious again. Even though I know I exist, I don't know who am I. Means I don't know what is my nature. It's like you show some object to a person, he will know that it exists, but he might not know the nature of that object. Hmm. He might not know what is the real nature of that object. But he can say that, yeah, it exists. Similarly, I know I exist, but I don't know what is my nature. I have direct experience of my own existence. Now, here it is said you have to know Brahma. Anything other than myself, whatever I know is just a concept, just an idea, just theory, doesn't have any importance. But the most important thing is that which is indicated as Om and that which is indicated as Brahma, which is everything, past, present, future, Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti, everything that is pointed out as our own self. I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. So the experience of Atma is there. We have to just know that that Atma which I experience is Brahma. That Atma which is, is understood to be present in this body is Brahma. This is a direct revelation, but it is very difficult to uh, actualize. Why? Because it is because it is very, as it said, Brahma is infinite. And we have been holding wrongly in our mind the notion that I am this body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. So I have a very limited understanding of my own self. And the Upanishad comes and tells me, you are Brahma. So it becomes mind boggling. it becomes difficult to accept. Like in the world also, if you call a person a fool, that fellow will remember it for a long time. Sometimes people tell also, that person, I just don't like him. What happened? He called me a fool in front of so many people, insulted me. When? 20 years ago. 20 years ago, a person told him that he is a fool, and only once he told. He didn't repeat that statement. And this fellow remembers even after 20 years. And here the Upanishads, here the Guru keeps on telling us what you are Brahma. In the very next minute we forget. स्वामी जी ने क्या सिखाया, कुछ कह रहे थे ब्रह्म के बारे में. So it becomes very difficult for us to comprehend this, but this is the truth. This is the fact. This is all that we have to understand. So the whole knowledge is summed up in these three statements, but in order to make us understand, the rest of the Upanishad is there. The rest of the Upanishad is a detailed guidance for us to go step by step to finally understand what? That I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Asmi we know, but Aham Brahmasmi we don't know. So just in that Aham Asmi we have to add Brahma. Just like sometimes you make some tea or coffee, फीकी फीकी लगती है. People complain, अरे ये मीठी नहीं है. So we just add sugar and the tea, coffee remains same, like outwardly it appears same. But after adding sugar and stirring it, मीठी हो जाती है. Such a chamatkar. Similarly, all of us, we have the experience, I am, मैं हूँ. लेकिन टेस्ट क्या है मैं हूँ का? What is the experience? मैं हूँ दुखी. I am so miserable. I am a total failure. I am a useless person. मेरा जीवन कुछ काम न आया. जैसे सूखे पेड़ की छाया. My whole life is useless, like a dried tree. Then what did the teacher do? What does our Upanishad do? वो उसमें ब्रह्म डाल के उसको घोल लेते हैं. And then says, okay, now taste it. Oh, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivo. I am of the nature of eternal bliss. I am most auspicious. I am total bliss. I have no other desire now. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmanne Vatmana tushtaha stita prajnastadochyate. So here in these three statements, the teacher has conveyed, the Upanishad has conveyed the main teachings. All this is Om, Acha. Then all this is Brahma, okay. So this becomes like a theory. The third statement is the most powerful. Therefore, it is called Mahavakya, the greatest Vakya, the great statement, which unites the Atma with Brahma. It's called the great statement. And what is it? I am Atma Brahma. This Atma is Brahma. Though we are talking about Brahma as a third party, as some concept, some idea, but really speaking, Brahma is not an idea. Brahma is not a concept. Brahma is not a theory. Brahma is your own self. I am Atma Brahma. Shankaracharya writes, it's important. He says, कि तच्च ब्रह्म परोक्ष अभिहितम, that Brahma which was indicated as a third person, like indirectly it was indicated. All this is Brahma now. Paroksha. तच्च ब्रह्म परोक्ष अभिहितं प्रत्यक्षतः विशेषेण निर्दिशति अयम् आत्मा ब्रह्म इति. That which was indicated as Brahma is pointed out directly as Ayam Atma Brahma. Ayam Atma Brahma. Ayam means this Atma is Brahma. And Shankaracharya makes it more clear, because even when we use the term Atma, the term Atma has also become so polluted with all sorts of false ideas that it becomes difficult to comprehend. In our own nation, where we have these great Shastras and great Rishimunis have come in this world, in this place, the term Atma is misunderstood. Many people think Atma means ghost. उसकी आत्मा भटक रही है, उसकी आत्मा लटक रही है. So Shankaracharya ji, through his bhashya, he says, what is this Atma? He says, कि अयम आत्मा इति, अच्छा, प्रत्यक्षतः विशेषेण निर्दिशति अयम आत्मा ब्रह्म इति. He says, कि उसका निर्देश किया है, means it is pointed out. And how it is pointed out? कि अयम इति चतुष्पातत्वेन प्रविभज्यमानं प्रत्येक आत्मतया अभिनयेन निर्दिशति अयम आत्मा इति. He said that Atma, which is further will be explained, expressing in 4 ways, which is expressing in 4 ways, that Atma is pointed out abhinayena. Abhinayena means with a finger. Is this Atma. When we say Atma, we should not look up in the sky. When the term Atma is used, one should not try to see it somewhere else. Atma means I. that which is experienced as I in this body. The most amazing thing about this Atma is that it is experienced in this body. Wherever the body goes, you experience the Atma there. Hmm? The Atma is experienced in this body. Pratyek Atmataya, as Pratyek Atma, as the innermost self. The innermost self is experienced in this body. Innermost means everything else is outside it. Like this, our body. We experience this body also as I. But if we contemplate, think, then the sense of I is felt even within the body. Body is also as though outside. And further, if we go, we experience the sense of I in our antakarana also. We experience the sense of I in our ego also. So in Jagrat Avastha, we experience the sense of I in the physical body, in the antakarana. But when we go to sleep and when we dream, we experience the sense of I in our dream also. And when we are in deep sleep, that I is present in deep sleep also. But in deep sleep, there are no thoughts, there is no dream, there is no experience of this outer world, but that I is there. That I, which is even inner to our antakarana, which is in which is subtler and inside the antakarana also, is called the Pratyagatma, which is called Kshetrajna in Bhagavad Gita, which is called Purusha, which is called Atma. That innermost Atma is Brahma. Though the body, mind, intellect, everything is expression of Brahma, but pure Brahma, beyond all names and forms, is the innermost Atma. I am Atma Brahma. So these three statements now you remember and contemplate. And the Upanishad guides those who find it difficult to comprehend this by step making us understand. So if you don't understand I am Atma Brahma, so let us, the Upanishad says that we will talk about the four expression of this Atma. So Soyam Atma Chatuspat. This Atma is expressing as four pad, as four steps. Hmm. So what are these four pad that we will then see in our next class on Monday. Next Monday, coming Monday, we will see. So till then, you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana, and listen to the pravachan and contemplate, think, understand. And we shall meet again soon. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Bole Syav Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.